Welcome to the Life After 12 podcast, a listening experience for parents of career-confused teens and 20-somethings who are concerned and trying to help. Hello, and thanks for joining me on episode 5 of the Life After 12 podcast. Today, we're kicking off a new theme, how young people can overcome false limiting beliefs that cause self-sabotage. I've been coaching adolescents on mindset issues for over 30 years and have seen false limiting beliefs consistently rob them of their full potential. In the next few episodes, I'll be sharing the exact process I've used to help teens and 20-somethings bust free and stay free from negative false thoughts that damage their self-esteem and prevent them from making progress toward flourishing futures. This is a critical issue, so I'm really glad you're listening. To kick things off, I want to establish a few terms and two foundational thoughts that will be helpful to the discussion. Let's start with those terms and specifically focus on the difference between mind and mindset. The mind is our inner experience and mental functioning produced by the brain's activity. It includes things like awareness, thoughts, emotions, attention, and memory. Mindset is the set of beliefs, attitudes, and thought patterns that influence how we perceive the world, approach challenges, and behave in different situations. It's essentially a mental framework that shapes how we interpret experiences and guides how we think, feel, and act. Think of the mind as a camera, the full system that can capture, focus, store, and process what's in front of it. And the mindset is the lens and the settings you choose, which determine what gets emphasized or how the scene is framed, and whether the picture comes out bright, dark, sharp, or blurry. All right, let's move into those two foundational thoughts. The first one is that the mind is powerful. The mind is powerful because it strongly influences our actions. Actions are often shaped by thoughts. Beliefs and assumptions frequently precede behavior, even when we're not fully aware of the connection. Consider a scenario where our kids roll their eyes and sigh in annoyance after being asked to clean their room. It can seem as if the request triggered their response, but often the request triggered an automatic thought, perhaps one like, "This is unfair," or "You're controlling me." It's this thought that fuels the emotion and then produces the reaction. This is the common sequence: trigger, thoughts, actions. Our actions are not always directly triggered by events. Our interpretations and action-producing thoughts often come first. Okay, the second foundational thought for our discussion is that the mind can be dangerous. The mind can be dangerous because it can be convinced of things that aren't true. This means the mind can treat a perception as reality. Just like an optical illusion can make us see something that isn't really there, a thinking trap can make us believe something that isn't really there. Combined with the previous thought, that's a serious problem. It creates a real threat to our kids. Namely, their actions can be dictated by beliefs that aren't even true. Now, young people can be especially vulnerable to this because the parts of their brain involved in emotions and reward can get highly reactive in adolescence, while the brain systems that support consistent self-regulation are still maturing into adulthood. In their formative years, they can develop limiting beliefs and harmful habits that are not grounded in reality and can impede them for a long time. This is so important to understand because as you consider your child's career path and future employment, these limiting beliefs can significantly constrain their options and even jeopardize their success. I actually have to include mindset work in my career coaching because even after identifying a true job match that clients are excited about and creating a detailed plan for getting into the position, they can still get stuck due to false beliefs they've become convinced of. And after a decade of career guidance with teens and 20-somethings, I'm absolutely convinced that a vast majority of young people are plagued by false negative beliefs about their capabilities or about their futures, which lead them to act in self-sabotaging ways and miss out on their full potential. Without a proven process and external support, many of them will just continue to make choices that move them further from their ideal futures and their best selves. So I hope you'll stick with me for the rest of the episodes in this series. Well, that about does it for today. There are discussion questions you can use with your child in the show notes. And don't forget, if your teen or 20-something is struggling with career direction, they can discover a true job match in just 6 weeks through the Map and Me Journey coaching experience. You can find the link to that in the show notes as well. In the next episode, we'll be examining the connection between thoughts and actions more closely, so you can better understand how initial thoughts can produce false limiting beliefs. Well, guys, thanks for listening. If you found the content helpful, please subscribe and share it with other parents. I do appreciate the support, and I hope you'll join me next time.